Business owners, how important is your diet to your overall health? That's what we're going to talk about today on episode 575 of your 333. Happy Sunday. Today is August 27, 2023, and it's National Just Because Day. And what that means is it's your opportunity on this rest day to do anything you want. And part of that randomness could be doing acts of kindness. National Just Because Day was really focused on acts of kindness, being spontaneous, doing things you wouldn't normally do. And speaking of things you wouldn't normally do, today is National Cinema Day. More than 3,000 movie theaters will offer a reduced price in seeing the movies today at $4 mostly. So if you ever wanted to get out to go see the movies, to kind of post-COVID, to get back in the swing of things, go check out your local theater. Now, this week I'm going to share with you, I have been studying since January 1st about the effects of diets, and I've had some revolutionary ideas. I've lost 30 pounds. We're going to talk a lot about diets. But the first thing we want to talk about is we want to cover the basics. We're going to talk today about your diet, carbs, and proteins. Now you're saying your diet, Fred, what does this have to do? Why is this so important? Well, business tip number one, if I can find the right button, business tip number one, your diet, believe it or not, affects 80% of all of your health problems. We used to think back in my day when I was a kid that it was 50% exercise, 50% diet. Well, that's totally not true. It's 80% diet and about 20% exercise. Almost all of the health problems you have later in life have everything to do with what you eat. Who knew that what you put in your mouth had such an impact? New studies are coming out that this has a lot to do with cancer and diabetes. Your diet makes a huge, mega impact on your life, way more than we originally thought. And so what have you been hearing lately? You know, we're still on the SAD diet. We still do SAD in our schools. For the past 70 years, that concept of, low protein, high carb diets, really focused on eating more of the, dairy, as well as the cereals and breads, but low in protein. Well, we've come to find out, most of you know this, whether you're extreme in your carnivore or ketovore or your paleo, we found out that basically carbs are bad and we need to reduce carbs. And different diets have reduced the number of carbs. A lot of us adults have known this. You see most of the fad diets are going around are talking about reducing sugar and processed foods. And in addition to that, we've been needing to add more protein and meats into our life. It seems like everything we were taught as a kid is totally wrong, and it's shifting through. And what we're going to do over this past week is we're going to look at about 10 diets, and we're going to give you some examples of some of the changes and new studies that have come out. And why is this important, business people? It's important because how you feel affects how you work. So we definitely want to work on that. So in review, your diet, we're going to reduce carbs, we're going to increase proteins, and we're going to study some of the best diets out there to make your metabolic health better. That's what I'm learning today. Anything I learn, I throw the fence to you because I want you guys to be awesome. Now go back to sleep.